How to master your mind. You are the thinker and the observer of your thoughts. You must pay attention to your thoughts so you can identify who is running the show. This will determine which technique you will want to use. Begin each day with the intention of paying attention to your thoughts and catching yourself when you are thinking undesirable thoughts. There are two ways to control your thoughts. Technique A. Interrupt and replace them. Technique B. Eliminate them altogether. This second option is what is known as peace of mind. The technique of interrupting and replacing is a means of reprogramming your subconscious mind. Eventually, the replacement thoughts will become the go-to thoughts in the applicable situations. Use technique A with the inner critic and worrier and technique B with the reactor and sleep depriver. For the inner critic, when you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, calling yourself names, disrespecting yourself, or berating yourself, interrupt it. You can yell in your mind, "Stop. No, enough. I'm in control now." Then, whatever your negative thought was about yourself, replace it with an opposite or counter thought or an affirmation that begins with "I am." For example, if your thought is, "I'm such a loser," you can replace it with, "I am a divine creation of the universal spirit. I am a perfect spiritual being learning to master the human experience. I am a being of energy, light, and matter. I am magnificent, brilliant, and beautiful. I love and approve of myself just as I am." If you believe in a higher power, this is the time to engage with it. Here is an example. Instead of worrying about my loved ones traveling in bad weather, I say the following. I call it a prayer. Thank you, Great Spirit, for watching over _. Thank you for watching over her car and keeping it safe, roadworthy, and free of maintenance issues without warning. Thank you for surrounding her with only safe, conscientious, and alert drivers. And thank you for keeping her safe, conscientious, and alert. Smile when you think about it or say it aloud, and phrase it in the present tense. Both of these will help you feel it and possibly even start to believe it. If you can visualize what you are praying for, the visualization will enhance the feeling, so you will increase the impact in your vibrational field. Now take a calming breath, slowly in through your nose, and slowly out through the mouth. Take as many as you like. Replacing fearful thoughts with gratitude will decrease reactionary behavior, taking the steam out of the reactor. For example, if your child gets lost in the mall, the typical parental reaction that follows the fearful thoughts when finding them is to yell at them, "I told you never to leave my sight." This reaction just adds to the child's fear level from being lost in the first place. Plus, it also teaches them that mom or dad will get mad when he or she makes a mistake, which may make them lie to you or not tell you things in the future. Change those fearful thoughts when they happen. Thank you, your choice of higher power, for watching over my child and keeping him safe. Thank you for helping me find him soon. Then, when you see your child after this thought process, your only reaction will be gratitude, and that seems like a better alternative for all people involved. Master your mind and stop the reactor from bringing stress to you and your relationships. For the sleep depriver, he's made up of the inner planner, the rehasher, and the ruminator, along with the inner critic and the worrier. I was plagued with a very common problem, not being able to turn off my mind at bedtime. This inability prevented me from falling asleep and thus getting a restful and restorative night's sleep. Here's how I mastered my mind and evicted the sleep depriver and all his cronies. I started by focusing on my breathing, paying attention to the rise and fall of my belly, but that didn't keep the thoughts out for long. Actually, I now start with checking my at-rest mouth position to keep me from clenching. Then I came up with replacement strategy that eliminated uncontrolled thinking, imagining the word in while breathing in and thinking the word out when breathing out. I would, and do, elongate the word to match the length of my breath. When I catch myself thinking, I shift back to in, out. With this technique, I am still thinking, sort of, but the wheels are no longer spinning out of control. I am in control of my mind and I choose quiet. From the first time I tried this method, I started to yawn after only a few cycles and am usually asleep within 10 minutes. For really difficult nights, I add an increase of attention by holding my eyes in a looking up position, closed, of course. Sometimes I try to look toward my third eye, but that really hurts my eyes. If you have trouble falling asleep because you can't shut off your mind, I strongly recommend you try this technique. I still use it every night. You can start sleeping better tonight. You can also use this technique anytime you want to fall back to sleep if you wake up too soon. Shut down your thinking. Calm your feelings. Simply focus on the present moment.